Why, God, why do suits decide our nation's fate? Why, God, why do they promise change but make us wait? Why, God, why do they smile while systems break? Why, God, why do we keep voting for our own mistake? Why, God, why do politicians lie with practice deeds? Why, God, why do they serve the wealthy, ignore our pleas? Why, God, why do they preach of freedom while they build more walls? Why, God, why do they stand for nothing as our future falls? Why, God, why do the corrupt rise higher with each betrayal made? Why, God, why do the honest voices quickly seem to fade? Why, God, why do they wage their wars with other people's sons? Why, God, why do they count their profits while we count our guns? Why, God, why do they draft the laws that keep them safe from blame? Why, God, why do they change their stance but play the same old game? Why, God, why do they promise heaven but deliver hell? Why, God, why do we keep believing every lie they sell? Why, God, why do the power-hungry trample on the weak? Why, God, why do they silence voices when the truth we seek? When hope feels like a phantom and justice seems too small. Why, God, why must their corruption be the clearest truth of all? Why, God, why must families struggle while they dine in wealth? Why, God, why do they cut the funding meant for public health? Why, God, why does greed corrupt each noble-sounding cause? Why, God, why do they break their oaths while we still give applause? Why, God, why do they build divisions where we need a bridge? Why, God, why do cries for fairness fall off privilege edge? Why, God, why do lobbyists crown them with corporate gold? Why, God, why do scandals fade before the truth is told? Why, God, why does our planet suffer under their neglect? Why, God, why do they mock the science they should respect? Why, God, why do hearts grow cynical with each election round? Why, God, why do we lose our voice when we should make a sound? Why, God, why do campaign promises turn to empty air? Why, God, why do they never seem to genuinely care? Why, God, why do we trust in systems clearly bought and sold? Why, God, why do we find them blameless when our rights they've trolled? Why, God, why is democracy a shadow of its name? Why, God, why do we seek solutions from the source of blame? Why, God, why do we chase ideals while reality burns bright? Why, God, why must we bear the burden of their oversight? Why, God, why if they're our leaders do we feel so lost and scared? Why, God, why does inaction answer every public prayer? With broken dreams around us, where is their promised care? Why, God, why do we wonder if they ever truly care? Why, God, why must change begin in hearts outside their halls? Why, God, why does progress demand we tear down their walls? Why, God, why should justice rise from wounds they never see? Why, God, why must hope be forged in our own empathy? Why, God, why can truth survive when power turns to lust? Why, God, why do broken systems still demand our trust? Why, God, why do whispers of resistance softly call? Why, God, why do we hesitate before we break their thrall? Why, God, why must we be the leaders we implore? Why, God, why not send your wisdom to guide them evermore? Why, God, why must we learn to fight where they have failed? Why, God, why must we sow the seeds of every change unveiled?